It's been a minute since I've done one of these. I'm Alex.Martini, and today we're talking about cars, kinda. You see, on May 6th of 2022, a video I posted that got taken down was the first step of me jumping on this crazy journey. And I figured between then and now, there's been a couple times where I've just sat down and talked with you to just chill and hang out for just a minute to tell you like what I've been up to, how things have been going, and maybe what's not been going the greatest and what's been going really well. On October 1st, 2022, we announced MartiniWorks. That was over in Gatlinburg. That was pretty cool. It felt awesome. In February 3rd of 2023, our first MartiniWorks podcast ever aired with Dakota and Gels. And I gotta say, that was probably one of the highlights of the year, was having the boys back in front of the camera. In April 15th, it marked 1 year officially since I had left, and we brought MartiniWorks to Riverside with Dakota and Gels, which I thought was actually really cool. And now it's Thanksgiving. It's nearly December. Gels and Dakota are back on the team, which is just, it's crazy to think that we've gotten this far. I miss those days, man. I just wish we could do it all over again.
I don't know. I just miss them, man. Even the piss-filled headlights.
Piss-filled headlight.
Everything. I want to work with them again, you know?
All right, man, I got all the food for tonight. We should be all set. Are you crying right? Are you still looking at that picture? Bro, I was gone for 10 minutes. Dakota just quit his job. He's on his way, too. We got Black Friday shit we got to gear up for. It's time to go.
The boys are back, and we quit our jobs to give you these deals, but only the good ones, we promise.
So don't fuck up your car with bad deals this Black Friday.
Or Cyber Monday. We can't afford two ads, so we're just going to run this as one, but we can still help you out.
Your Car at MartiniWorks. This is actually kind of good. If you guys remember, in 2023, I had a couple goals. The goal was create a community that loves to learn about cars, rent a shop so we have space to actually build some dumb things, start a sim rig racing and maybe streaming to hang out with y'all. And then the goal was to build 3 or 4 cars for drift, drag, show, and track. And we got like 70% of the way there. And I just kind of want to talk a little bit about it, because when you watch a video, when you follow, when you comment, when you buy a t-shirt or anything like that, you're helping the whole story go. But I kind of treat you guys, you're like investors, you know, you're here, you want to make sure that you're having a good time, and I want to make sure that you're having a good time. But you know, when I started this, I kind of signed up for trying to do things differently and trying to do things in a way that felt authentic. And some of it I think we nailed, and some of it we didn't. And because it's Thanksgiving, you're probably either waiting for food, you're on a walk with your uncle, or you're on a walk to avoid your uncle. To be honest, there's gonna be a lot of walking today. And you know, wherever it is that you plan on going, whether it's legal or not, God bless you. But I want you to maybe listen to this when you're bored after Thanksgiving and before you do your Black Friday shopping, because you helped create some really incredible moments. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be able to say that we created a community in 2023. And that community comes in the form of 2 different things. It comes in the form of the Alex, like the channel and the YouTube videos that we've been able to do. The short form content's been going awesome, and I've been able to make some really incredible people because of it. I got to get introduced to some awesome human beings. Colette Davis, Larry Chen, Jimmy Oakes, Kevin Vo, a lot of incredible people at car shows. I got to meet people that I've known for a very long time that I've gotten to just reconnect with, like Mike Power and people like that. And it's been awesome. You know, the way that I've been able to experience this stuff is just nuts. I almost take it for granted because we're doing things so fast, and that community's been awesome. But there's also a new community that's been growing, and that community is in MartiniWorks. You know, when we launched that, like the whole goal was to help people mod their car from people who already did, which we've been able to do. We've got like 500 cars in the build threads, and we've got YouTube videos now, and podcasts, and shorts, and we got Dakota and Gels on it.
Sure would be a shame if I slipped on this oil. What?
It seems like this crazy idea might actually work. Kind of, maybe, hopefully it does. Now, the things that have gone well have been equally met by things that haven't gone as great as I thought. We talked about we were gonna get a shop together. I really wanted to do that. And we were so gosh darn close in like October. We had a space actually scoped out, but we ran into a little snafu. we did not have a continued relationship with some of our partners, which ultimately meant we lost a good chunk of change. We also talked about some builds that we wanted to do. We got the show car done. I would say we got the drift car done with the Nissan Gloria, but the track and drag car did not happen. And there's a couple of reasons why. Number one, the S2000 wide body kit definitely teaching me a lot. We get down on ourselves sometimes because there are people that seem to know everything about everything. I go on YouTube and I watch people like Superfast Matt that can just design his own suspension on a Dodge Viper to lift it, and I'm just like in awe that somebody knows how to do that. And then I go over and watch the boy Adam LZ, and like the boy's putting together 700 horsepower JDM cars in like a week, and it's just sometimes it can be a little overwhelming. And so when I wanted to get back into the S2K, originally I had a shop that I wanted to help me, and it just took too long. And by the time I got the car back, it didn't pan out. They didn't get it done, whether they didn't think they could get it done or whether they just didn't spend time on it. I don't know. They're homies, but it was kind of a little bit of a letdown. So I'm going to relearn how to work on fiberglass. I have no idea how to work on fiberglass. I have no idea how to work on body work as a whole. So this whole thing is gonna be a little different. In terms of like a drag car, we didn't get time. We were gonna buy a Corvette, and then I thought it was a really silly idea. We got the Z instead, which was kind of cool, but why am I telling you this? I don't know. I think one of the big things is like, there's been a lot of content we've pushed out on and that I've done on shorts just because I love talking to people and like looking at cars and telling stories. And then people are like, I didn't even know that was a guy, which by the way, f you, dude. Not a guy, come on. But it is one of those things where it's like, I try to push out as much content as I can because we get to experience so much, and I wanna share as much as I can with you. But what that means is sometimes I don't get to spend as much time on the content as I'd like. So I wanna talk through maybe my 2024 goals with you a little bit so that you can feel like you're a part of them. And the one thing that I ask as you're watching this video is that hopefully you drop a comment on one thing you would like to see more of on the channel so that I can read it. It would mean a lot if you did. I got my notes. I'm gonna pull out my notes because I think that's important. So number one, I want to get a permanent shop for my adopted children. That would be Dakota and Jels. We need to get a shop. We have to do it. We're so much closer than we were before, and I really want to get there. I think that would be awesome. Number two, I want to drift at Ibisu. I saw fall Matsuri content start coming out from Jimmy Oaks and Colette and all those people, and I got super jealous. I'm not even gonna lie. I want to be there so bad. I was there last year, and I just got to see it. I didn't even get to drive it. I was with Torque Motorsport. It was absolutely awesome. I love that we're building the GR86 here stateside. I love that Torque Drift 2 is coming out. If you haven't yet, you can go download that for free on Epic Game Store. But man, I want to drive it so freaking bad. And it's just a weird dream, but it's a dream and I want to do it. Number three, I want to get better with long form videos. There's like this change that I made like halfway through the year where I stopped talking about just topics and I started trying to do content with like cars, and it just didn't take off. It just didn't do as well as I wanted it to. And I don't know if maybe I'm just boring or maybe like the walk around content is just not it, but I really want to get better at long form content. And so if you can help tell me one thing you love to watch, it would help me out loads. I do like sitting down and talking about topics. I just don't want it to be all I do. Like I want to be able to drive, I want to be able to build, and I want you guys to enjoy what that looks like, even if it feels a little bit different or it feels a little dumb. All right, next up, I want to make MartiniWorks biggest in the goddamn world. That is a dream of mine. I want MartiniWorks to grow. I want it to be a group of passionate car enthusiasts. I want to build dope shit and do cool stuff with Dakota, Gels, Lars, Mario, Carissa, Chanel, like the whole gang. I want to blow it up. That's it. And I'm gonna put a lot of time and effort into making that happen, and hopefully we can do it. And finally, one of the big dreams that Beck and I have in 2024 is to start talking about what that family looks like for us and making sure that we're on a plan for that. We have a little bit of a special way that we're gonna be going about it. Obviously, I don't know if I really feel comfortable talking about it just yet because we don't know what route she wants to go down, but I support her and whatever it is that she wants to do. But really growing a family is gonna be something that's really important to us, and as we build this whole thing, we wanna make sure that we're keeping that in mind, which may mean changing to if she even has a job. Maybe she just becomes a cool mom and helps me with content and reminds me to eat. Those are the goals for 2024. And I have been, over the past probably month or so, is probably the hardest I've ever been on myself in a long time, because sometimes I just don't feel like I'm doing the service I should be, and I get this imposter syndrome. And so the best way that I try to clear my head through that is by doing videos like this. And sometimes the videos take 6 months to come out, and sometimes the videos take 2 days to come out. And this is one of those where we talked a little bit at the beginning of the year. Now we're talking at the end of the year. And I want to be committed to not just talking about shit. I want to do shit. I want to build shit. I want to drive. I want to work with incredible partners. I want to make sure that you know that at the end of the day, not everything is sunshines and rainbows, because we are literally running and burning on both ends. I'm literally waking up at 6, probably working till 9, repeating it all over again just to try and make this whole thing work. And I have faith it will work. I believe it will work. We got the right team in front of us, but sometimes it's just a little bit hard, and I want to get video out to share with you where my head's at, in case you've been wondering why some of the pillar videos have been missing every once in a while. And that's just because I wasn't happy with how they were shaping out, and now they're just sitting in draft, and they'll probably never come out. But we're gonna get back on the train. This is one of those videos that hopefully you just listen to. Drop a comment on what you think about it. And of course, if you've been here since the beginning, I can't express how thankful I am for all of this. There's been a lot of highs, there's been a ton of lows, lots of learning along the way. But at the end of the day, I'm still so blessed that I get to at least try to make this this dream come true, because not everybody gets that chance. And I promise to you all that I will not squander it. So thank you so much. Thanks for listening. I'm Alex.Martini with 2 underscores. Today we talked about cars. Have a great Thanksgiving. We'll see you on the next one. Hey!